Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where today we begin in sort of a precarious position, I think. The military situation has gotten a mite untenable, and because the AI is a high-tier AI, they're going to produce troops faster than we are at this point. I should also note what you're looking at here is when I loaded in, they immediately unpacified this village. It spawned a group of 3 Magtei, and that group of 3 Magtei immediately attacked one of our armies. So we're going to have to deal with that in a moment. These are base, completely unmodified Zujujuns, and I do not think that they are a threat to us at all. The disease, unfortunately, does not scale with equipment and is always equally annoying, but aside from that, this is not a real problem. The thing that is a real problem is they have these units right here, plus who knows how many they're going to complete in this city this turn, plus who knows how many in the darkness. Right now, even if we have to pay out pretty hard to get the war to end because I overextended us and put us in a worse position than we could otherwise have negotiated from, we're still pretty ahead, right? 3 cities is a big gain. And in addition, 3 cities is a big loss, and that may sound like I'm saying the same thing twice, but my point is that we have made our overall economic position quite a lot stronger while making theirs weaker, and our hope is that if we can just stabilize here for a minute, we will continue to thrive while they will begin to starve, and basically every moment of peace between us benefits us more than it benefits them from this point forward. So my point is, I think we're going to try to negotiate a peace deal, pretty much whatever we got to do here. Let's see if we can make one happen. So first of all, if we offer up all of the technologies that they want, I mean, these are mostly nothing, right? It's wild that they didn't have open pit mine. Pillage will be annoying because they will pillage our stuff on our border, but what are we going to do? And then actually the titanium gets us almost all the way there, and we're pulling 7.4 titanium per turn. We'll hardly miss it, I think. Titanium plus the Titan bones does it. And that's within our influence budget, and we're far away from the next Empire plan. Yeah. I do think that this is unfortunate because it means we're not really taking the best possible advantage of our previous Empire plan, which did have plus attack on it and everything. But again, I overextended. If we had called off the war the first time I was looking at it, when the truce term was here, we could have just given them a little bit of titanium to tap out of the war. That would have left us in a position where we still had a functional military, and the economic stuff we were talking about was already true. We could have built up a little bit more and then pressed again, sometime in the next 10 turns or something, and maybe scraped a little bit more off of them. I think we gotta take this though. I think this is the situation that our overextension has put us in, because the Titan bones, we don't actually have Titan bone production, right? 25 Titan bones is 0 value to me. We got Titan bones when we raided this village, and I'm not 100% sure why. Maybe they have Titan bone production somewhere else in their empire, and it just gives you something random that the empire is pulling. I would have assumed it would have to be something within that region, but clearly it's not. Well, whatever. Yeah, so the Titan bones have very little value to us, because we'd have to buy a whole bunch to be able to run the booster anyway. What does our current booster cost? Yeah, 40. So I don't feel too bad about sacrificing those. The titanium is not a big miss. Honestly, this is not a very good deal for them, in my opinion. Even though it looks like there's a ton of stuff piled up on our side of the table. I guess I don't know what their titanium situation is. Maybe they're desperate. It's not a very bad deal for us, I guess is the more important focus. All right, let's just go ahead and tap out of this war, because I think we're in a very disadvantageous position right now, and it's probably we're not gonna see a better deal than that. Now let's deal with this. The Dust Bishops should make this pretty straightforward, I would think. So you're 3 and 3, right? Can I stand far enough back that I don't get plagued on the first turn? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, I cannot. And you can't start up on the cliff. Yeah, that's a bummer. Poor Tinu the Chosen is definitely going to get got. These two will not be able to attack, right? But this one definitely can. All right. Well, everybody focus and let's do it. You know what's great is we're fast. Oh, right. The new units came in with higher initiative, and I was not paying attention. Well, we'll just have to rely on clustering and Dust Bishop healing to undo the damage. It really is annoying, though, to get attacked by a small number of poisonous troops with this army in particular. Because with most armies, it'd be like, ah, well, we take a tiny bit of damage, then we just heal it off before the next time we would fight anyway. But we're going to have to actually pay money for that. They are attacking my bank account directly. Yeah, you show them. All right, good work. Well, we did get a level up out of it. Tinu's become very powerful. Okay, back to governing for Tinu. So y'all need to get back here. Out of curiosity, what would be the cost of closing my borders? 200? That's not so bad. We can make that happen. So let's take a second and sort of reassess the empire. Right now, our approval value is low, but that's because we have 3 cities that are all sort of in ownership recovery. It's hard to know what the actual settled value will be. After we finish cargo docks, it might be a good idea to go get bread and circuses, because with our larger empire base, we're probably going to actually need it. And then we want to put Tinu back to work, which means I need to know which city is producing the most dust. At the moment, it's Morkdra, which I guess makes sense, because Morkdra does have the largest base population, and they're all devoted to dust. And is it a 2 or 3 village region? It's a 3 village region that we're not getting the benefit out of right now, but eventually it actually will be. Yeah, this is going to be a very high dust value region. So yeah, Tinu makes sense here. And then we will merge these armies up and go around here and clean up the now hostile villages. That thing's about to be unpillaged. Okay, gotta fix a lot of stuff. Now, keep in mind, they are able to keep doing that, to keep re-hostilizing our villages, and they very well may, because I'm sure they're super angry at me, and they will be for the rest of the game. We probably, it would be good to finish them off, if we could, but we need a little bit of rebuild time before that, and for right now, we need a little bit of, focus on my dust income time. So, speaking of focus on my dust income time, let's start buying more population. Our units need healing too, but that feels like a later problem. Why don't you run up here? There's still a bunch of ocean in my ocean that I have not actually seen. And there could be ruins and stuff, right? And then we have this kind of interesting offer where they want the ability to make weapons in exchange for giving us a bunch of adamantium to work with. Now, obviously, that's a little bit more interesting if we are currently at war and we want to press that adamantium into weapons right away. Given that we don't have an army to hold those weapons, I figured pulling back on that is probably fine. Do I want to give them the advantage of, which is, it's a modern tech. It's like a very high value tech. I don't think they're paying us enough for it, I'll say that. Yo, we are not doing well on the tech race. Everybody else is real focused. I don't think so. I don't think we can do this. We don't have a specific need for the adamantium right away, and I don't think we want to give them a high value tech. I think it's too dangerous to do so. So, let us continue. They're gonna lock me out of their territory pretty soon. I can't really. I was gonna say we should like path over to these ruins real fast and grab them, but it doesn't look to me like we're gonna be given that option really. I assume they will be slamming the door on us presently. You know, it's probably worthwhile to reassign people from dust to industry in at least some of the cities. We should look into that. That should be a thing that I did last turn, honestly. So we can just, you know what? At this point, I actually think bribing the villages back makes a lot more sense than fighting them and having to rebuild them. Oh, a dearth of dust. Cool. Hi, everyone. What's going on? So yeah, this is just a lot of masterminds, but like at this point, you know, an army made of masterminds is still significant. It's good that we got out of that war. Is sort of the point that I'm making. Well, we'll flatten them next turn, and then we'll do another buyout. Yeah, 170 dust is that's a lot of industry saved at this point. So we're not going to be able to buy another point of population with the dust we have here. Nope, we totally are. I have one city left where we were at 3. Okay. We're working on it. We're working on it. I do not feel like I am in a particularly powerful position here. But we have a good base to start from. It'll help a lot once we have the front layer of roads finished. So if we bump everybody back to industry, where does that put us dust-wise? $120 is not going to cut it, unfortunately. I do want to make sure that we make enough money to get that village bought back at least. I think Silali's roads are like very high value. Again, because of the way distance traveled works into the trade routes, having the distant corners of your empire all trade routed up is particularly valuable. All right, so we'll do that next turn. Let's get the ships doing something of value. We're not going to get any credit for this, but I wish that Purple would notice how I have the opportunity to try to pick their stuff off and annoy them, and I'm not taking it. Think what a friendly action that is. And we're just going to try to work the real navy sort of back toward the center to hold on to things. Oh, speaking of... Okay. Got to keep checking for those stockpiles. And are we close on any of our luxuries? Not really. It's gonna be a few turns before we're ready to pop anything. We have almost as much wine income, or we have almost enough wine income to cover running it all the time, so that's nice. And we have lots and lots of chapels that we need to build, but gosh, we're busy. Our cities have so much to do. Alright, let's lock this area up. I don't want their units running around in my territory. Somebody moved into another research era, which is, you know, cool for them. A lightning storm has moved into me, which is a thing that feels like we should probably deal with. Oh, are those... Okay, I think this city is coastal. So if we trade cargo docks to Brown in a second here, we may well be able to get some sea trade going. All right. And then y'all are just kind of heading generally toward the center. I don't like to give long-term sea travel instructions because the AI is not particularly smart about like avoiding lightning or anything. So we'll run this all out manually. This one we can probably just auto. The Dust Bishops will do their thing. You can see they actually gained health. Then let's go and bribe you back into the fold. I'll pay 170 dust for a point of population. Who says I won't? So, 200? 200. Okay. We're going to see about making a trade with Brown first. It may delay the closing of the borders. But it's all important stuff. So that's getting done. We're getting close on this stuff. Our cities are just like... They're a little underdeveloped. We've had to spend a lot of dust on a lot of things that are not the things that we want to be spending dust on. But I think our infrastructure is kind of starting to get in place. It's kind of starting to get into a 20 turns ago place, sadly, but there's only so much we can do. All right, make for here. Jocelyn Duvall is feeling mighty tough. Look at all the wars I've been fighting. Probably. Hold on. Let me see what your situation is. Is there a reason we would not do that? No. Mutual friendships and stuff. Yeah, that sounds lovely. Counter proposal. You know what? I just accept. It's fine. Okay. Do you have cargo docks? Okay, you do. Cool. So I do not have to help you build your cargo docks. You may even already have them. So we need to put this in the queue here. And that is of tremendous import, maybe even enough to pay some dust for. And once that's finished, we'll move our faction quest forward in addition to all of the obvious economic benefits. I'm going to build a chapel real fast here, and then we'll figure out what we want to do afterward. That is definitely a high-value chapel. Nakaini is going to be producing so much money in a second. Silali is going to completely rebuild all of our trade routes. It's good. It feels good-ish. I do feel behind, though. Do we have vision of a cargo dock? Sea exploitation, yes. Cargo dock, no. Okay. Well, the important thing is that they could have cargo docks at any moment. And since we didn't need to trade them... wait, hold on. Can we run... Maybe. The answer is the answer to can we run trade with purple is actually no, I think. Because sea trade routes can only cross one ocean zone. So purple's got like a dock up here or something potentially. I guess if they have a region that borders this, that docks built in Silali might work, but a trade route won't run through this region and then this region. So we kind of just need to have way more information about what's up north. That may be this ship's job. We'll stay on our side of the line for the moment and do something like this, then sail up the coast. Yeah, intel, information, good stuff. So, like I said, I think we got it. First of all, we really want to research something right now that does not require us to build anything to get the advantage of it, because we are very busy. All of the queues are extremely plugged. All right. Okay. Somebody taking advantage of the Sky Shaker? That's an awful lot of turbulence. I mean, that's actually great. I'm not, to be clear, I'm not complaining. Turbulence is wonderful for us. Do you want to, yeah, maybe just like move away from me so you're not projecting zone of control and slowing my movement? Ah, you know what? This is fine. Look at that. Look at all that distance. I might just park, well, here, we should reveal these tiles. But I might just park this army in the sort of the central garrison. Yes, down here we must come and pay off these folks. And we're getting close to the point where we're picking up a lot of very powerful dust improving governor traits. Like, yeah, things are getting better. Things are getting better. All right, in this city, dust output's not amazing, and this building's incredibly expensive. So I think we're probably going to wait on this. Oh, this is a chapel for sure, right? The wine definitely needs to keep running. I don't even... Can we drink wine? Do we have bodies enough to do that? Boy. Well, you know, we actually have a ton of things here that would probably help. This is such a fast build. Like, we probably ought to get our... I know we have a number of cities where our geomic lab is not up yet. Certainly the capital is one. Yeah, let's move the capital along a little bit, shall we? Okay. Now, unfortunately, the way this seaweed moves may be a little awkward for us. Oh, right. Sorry. I have all this influence. I was going to close my borders to you. And I really do feel like that's an important thing to do. The Ardent Mages have accumulated the money and received the Palladian. Not a huge surprise there. Martin di Ildan di Saluzzo. Slowly leveling. Yep. That was the declaration. It does not require a response from you. And in fact, I do not benefit from reading your response. Oh, hey, that's land. Okay. So yes, we totally do have potentially the ability to do sea trade with purple. And I assume this region has no fortresses, otherwise purple would have claimed it by now. Well, does purple have cargo docks? Boy, yep, let's get rid of that. Ooh, purple does not have cargo docks. They're not willing to pay very much for it, though. And they hardly have anything anyway. We could just give it to them as a gift, I suppose. So let me see here. We're about to have a dock adjacent to Auriga, which is not really useful for them. I mean, I guess there's no reason for us to give it to them until we have docks in Seilali anyway. So I guess let's not worry about it. I'm debating saving money to just pour it into this. That's probably not the right move, right? Also, I gotta say, our trade routes did not update to as powerful as I was hoping. I was really hoping the jump up on that was gonna be really impressive. Sadly, there is no column in this thing for ownership. So we're at 48, 88, and Seilali is fully mine. So we're not really expecting to see too much more approval just from the ownership climb, although it is worth noting that Morkdra is the largest city in the Empire, and so it matters a lot that it's unhappy. Alright, what are we doing with our hero now? We don't have any more recalcitrant miners. Suppose I could just go get pearls. Kind of position centrally for the next eclipse or something like that. That seems fine. What is the next rank of extra bodies? 292? Okay. If we move everybody back over to here... Yeah, we're getting to a point here where we can be moving bodies, a larger number of bodies back to industry and still pulling enough dust to buy a point of population every turn, which is something. Obviously, we're not seeing the rates that we were seeing with, like, the roving clans or anything. I'm very helpful that sea trade out of Warhammer is going to help a lot with that. Nope. Okay, yeah. Frankly, I'm surprised it took that long. Maybe they were a little bit influence-starved themselves on account of all the influence they spent depacifying all of our villages. It can't be cheap, you know? Ooh, aw. Bummer. Well, I mean, still go get it. It is a real shame that we were almost able to move there. Yeah. This is safe enough, since all of the weather is just turbulence. Whoever's in control of the Skyshaker facility would be getting a hearty handshake from me if I knew who they were, and also I ever wanted to touch another person. So this one's just for leveling up a hero, right? Yeah, it seems like pretty good odds we're going to get this, and we will benefit from it not at all. So, sort of a bummer. This is probably a good time to get Reaping Station. We definitely do have some resource deposits that we'd like to pull up. Like the Moonleaf here would be nice. There's an extra Quicksilver somewhere around our territory, isn't there? Why did I zoom in? Zooming in is the last thing I want. Oh, maybe not. Is that Moonleaf the only one? Is that the only tier 2 resource deposit we have? I mean, it's still right to expand. I mean, there's this one, but obviously it's already built. Yeah, I guess it's still right. It's a lower value tech. I think dust depositories are just kind of awful, but the dust transmuter is awfully nice. Highway outpost probably makes more sense though. Just get extra trade running. Yeah, I think that's more likely to be quickly useful. I am kind of thinking we're just going to save dust and buy out the cargo dock though. Fingers crossed that Brown wants to actually build their cargo dock so we can do some trade. And remember, sea trade over a sea region that you own is extra valuable. Okay, next turn. Next turn. So, down here... we have enough population for a little bit more burrowing. Is this maybe a good time to build a Benevolent Emperor? Oh. Hell yeah, stockpile. Alright, that'll help. I think I'm just gonna burrow instead. I don't know that we get a ton of benefit from... So that's a functional cargo dock already, right? Okay. So this district is only a single adjacency away from being level 2. Feels like that really ought to be the play. The question is just, does it make a big difference where we go? I guess we're probably Boy, they sure built this city in an awkward shape. I think the answer is we're going to burrow both of these positions, and we're just going to extend the city in a line up this way. Because there's a curiosity here that's not like awesome, but it's still better than a normal tile for us. Or an anomaly, rather. Alright, you're doing fine. Alright, something really cool. Okay, that's not that cool. That is, in fact, nothing. It's not the least cool thing you could have found, but it's close. Yeah, I must not have... I must have missed the point at which it made sense to dump a ton of dust into population early to set up the feedback loop of having productive cities, and I feel bad. I feel bad about it. Okay, so here again we have an issue of just kind of like a strangely built city. It doesn't make a ton of sense to me that they built over top of this. What were you? Yeah, I don't know. Well, we're definitely not chapelling here. Benevolent Emperor seems low value. We can kind of try to boy, it's just really oddly shaped. Also, this district is garbage for us. If this city is going to remain dust focused, it only matters what we do here to a certain extent. Like, you know, it's not a big deal that it's not being super productive, I guess. So if we plan to build here and here, we can at least start leveling districts up. But boy, both of those burrow builds are really, really weak. Here we definitely chapel. Yeah, every place that we can build 3 extra population, reckon it's a good idea to do so. All right. After we buy the docks for Warhammer, I'm going to want to buy heroes for the remaining 2 cities, hopefully Broken Lords, and then we can see from there how much money we have coming in. Have I been black spotted? No, the roving or the ardent mages have. Okay, that's not a big deal. Okay. Red's feeling like they're on top of things. They might totally be right. I actually have no idea. And now that we have cargo docks, I think it makes a lot of sense to start extending this city. Because we can get another dock adjacent to the big sea zone, and we have formally met Green. Green has stolen Purple's, interesting. Wow. Green's having some fun. Can I get some stats here? I love the fact that I love the fact that the Morgar are represented as having like this unbelievably powerful military, and that we basically punked them with like an army worth of troops. I'm sure a lot of it's boats anyway, right? Okay, so 2 consecutive empty ruins. Just really awful. Go grab some pearls here and then just head back toward the center. Ooh, actually. Oh, I can't search that from within my borders because of the cliff. Very disappointing. Yeah, just get over here somewhere. So I kind of need more information about what's up with green. It'd be very helpful if we could like get their maps or something. They're not super opposed to peace. Man, titanium must be in such desperate, like, maybe we should get access to that part of the market, because I wonder if we could sell all of this titanium, because everybody seems to be completely desperate for it, and we're producing a ton. All right, at the risk of annoying some people, we're gonna go ahead and negotiate for this. This is not, it's not an alliance or anything. Here, we'll make this a favorable one too. Doesn't harm us to do so. All right, can we get a map exchange going is the real question. My suspicion is that their maps are super interesting. How quickly are we generating glass steel? A little bit more slowly. Oh, they'd love some mithrite. I'm comfortable parting with a bit of mithrite. All right, show me the world. Okay. That's very interesting. I had just assumed the purple was west of us. Like west of us, north of brown. What is your deal? Ah, a Kapaku player. Okay. With whom we have had no connection at all. So Auriga is only going to allow us to trade with brown, sadly. A cargo dock in Uraleb would allow us to use Auriga as a way of contacting a lot of people, but sadly the city in Uraleb is, well, we're gonna have 3 more population in a second here. Yeah, I guess we gotta like burrow and cargo dock. Yeah, it's doable. Is there any other really interesting information here? I guess they do know the shape of our continent better than we did. Also, I am noticing a remarkably small amount of area. I mean, like, it's still impressive, but a remarkably small amount of sea area controlled by the Morgar, considering that they are Morgar, Alright, what is the cost of a hero in this day and age? In the 700s or 800s? And there are not any Broken Lords on the table here. Well, in a couple of turns, some of these are going to fall off. We'll see some new bodies. Let's buy a point of population somewhere. Here is fine, I suppose. And then maybe bank a little bit for to buy a hero when the heroes cycle. So the one thing that the roving clans don't know a ton about is what's going on in Draken territory. Unfortunately, there's definitely no kind of like competitive advantage that we can get out of that. Like, there's no way I can like sell that information or use it against them. I mean, we know there's relatively safe sea ruins up here, so I guess let's just go get them. All right, we did it. We got our dust crematorium available. So every time we earn XP, we get dust, which is good. Gain enough influence to set science and industry to level 3. Okay. So that's going to be 1,000 by itself. This is like the bare minimum of what I would like for the next Empire plan. It would be really cool if we could do this as well. So 1890. We have 5 turns. Okay. Probably not. But we are going to need at least 1,000. And we have 5 turns. So I need to be producing 160-ish. Well, not quite that much, but a lot over the next 5 turns. So I guess let's really, really do it. If I commit everybody in the Empire to to influence, we might actually still be quite short. But, like, obviously we don't want to miss this window and then have to wait another 20 turns to advance our thing, right? Okay, no. 224 5 times is going to get us to, like, 1,300-ish. So it's enough to maintain this. It's not going to get us here, sadly. But, like, this is all right. Yeah, I'll take that. Let's just tack everybody to influence and leave them there for a minute. I guess you can grab this while you're at it. And hey, look at that. Trade routes starting to get pretty solid. Yeah, okay. Alright, the Ardent Mage player did get a okay, they have a cargo dock up over here. So cool. Actual good international trade. Huzzah! Oof. I just shifted slightly in my chair. I injured my knee pretty badly today, and it's a bummer. It's nice that I get to sit down all day. But still not super fun. And I say I injured my knee, but if we're being honest, the dog injured my knee. I'm not super happy about it. Okay, this ending is wonderful. It's one of those things, though, where it's just like, what can you do? There's no way that you can make a dog understand, like, hey, the thing you did was not great and I don't like it. Because, like, you know, the dog can't make the connection between the thing that just happened and why you're upset suddenly. So you just kind of have to be like, arg. Dog knows you are unhappy, but cannot put together why. But I stepped on something slippery. A person in our neighborhood somehow has like 2 full inches of mud covering a bunch of their sidewalk. And the instant I stepped on the slippery thing, the dog also pulled really hard and forced me into sort of an impromptu split, which is not great for even a person with normal flexibility, and certainly not great for me. And my knee went down on the pavement very, very hard. I'm not gonna get a card or, like, you know, forgive me cupcakes or anything. This is what happens. Ooh, all of a sudden, 30 Red Sang. We have Red Sang. We have Red Sang income. So, which one are you? You are the plus dust Urkin. Now, granted, we don't actually have anywhere to plant you. We'd have to, like, take a city and burn it down or something. Alright, did we get a Broken Lord? We did. There is a Broken Lord. Dust Efficiency 2 is acceptable. Which city? I don't know. Probably the one with the higher population, I think, makes sense. Let's pop this onto you. Alright, a little bit misspent, but it's fine. Sorry, I forgot this. For some reason, when the apply button only applies either the skill tree panel or the equipment panel, despite the fact that it shows you equipment cost changes even when you're on the skill tree, and also despite the fact that it very obviously should apply both. It's a weird old bug that never got fixed. So we are 2 technologies off of moving up in era. We are getting large enough that this is starting to become valuable. And then I guess we'll grab this to move up, and we'll come back and get Dust Transmuter at some point. Happy to see a 2-turn research. That's helpful. I don't think we're doing this. This doesn't make any sense. And we are hoping to get one more good governing lord. Even if a dog could understand a situation like this and wanted to give you apology cupcakes or something, you probably shouldn't eat things that are baked by a dog. For like a whole variety of reasons. But what I'm saying is I'd like cupcakes, please. It's not really, if I'm being honest, it's not really related. Yeah, alright, I think we're good to go. I don't think we're gonna bother trying to sail over and steal the Urkin. I mean, it'd be valuable as a combat unit, but this is a low-level Urkin. It's pretty good, though. Oh, I don't have shipyard, do I? No, I totally don't. So I don't even have the ability to send land units over there to do that. We'd have to. All right, let's not worry about it. Let's not stress about it. Okay. So all of the cities have tremendously important things they need to build, and none of them have the output to actually do any of that. Have managed to make it up to Fervent with all of our improvements, which is lovely. Oh no, the legendary building. Sadly, I do not possess the throne of emperors. Who could have guessed? Interesting. A warning from Purple. Are they just mad because we got to friendly with Green? Feels a little possessive, but fine. Alright. And then I guess there's not really... Is there a new Broken Lord on the market? There is not. Should we just buy someone to get it rolling? Dust Boost 1 is like okay. There is a Soyala-Tocho. I mean, I'm not opposed to a Soyala-Tocho. Sadly, you're coming in at level 1. It would take a long time for you to catch up to a point where you're going to be, like, actually good. Man, it would be really, really nice to have another Broken Lord. I think we're going to, I think we're just going to go in on population. Let's raise it as evenly as we can. Okay. You know, if we buy enough population quickly enough, maybe we can hit the threshold for 1400 dust, or the 1400 influence threshold for that bigger empire plan. Although I guess we probably don't want to spend a lot of influence, or a lot of dust rather, buying buildings. We want to be spending it on population. So the building buyout cost reduction empire plan thing is maybe not even good. Alright, what have we discovered? You gain some ideas from the ruin, but much of it is in rubble. Explore 2 other undersea ruins to get the fire ship design. I don't even want that. A great sea snake lurks in this ruin, collecting treasures and trophies from lesser victims. It appears to be unique and ancient, most likely the result of some strange magical or scientific accident. It is clearly belligerent, but it is also smart, and does not wish to start a war with an entire empire. The serpent will leave you in peace and even send you on your way with a treasure. First, you must prove that you are not a weakling that will lose its gift. This is not... No, that's not compelling. 60 influence and 25 adamantium. Giant serpent, not good at math. I might want to burn this. I wasn't really thinking about it, but this is the only entrance Pink has to our territory. Like, what if I just got rid of it? It is going to annoy Pink, of course, but that's probably not a serious concern for me. They got the megapole and the museum. You know, this is the part of the game, we're getting to that place, where maybe I should have a sense of what victory conditions people are pursuing. Because, like, I don't feel like I do have any idea what is up. I guess I want to put this here. This is a little slightly more efficient for leveling, but like the way we're going to end up shaping this city. Actually, this region's horrible. Because like part of you wants to wrap around and get the spiral rock peel, but with this ruin in the way, you can't really do that. Like you're building all the way out here. Basically, this sucks. All right, I am just gonna build it here. Whatever. I know it's gonna take you a minute, but once it's done, we'll have access to another trading partner, potentially. Yeah, it's fine. And Ureleb, actually, we're okay on Palladian. I would really like to get coast adjacent. All right, and I guess we're just gonna keep coming back here and looking, seeing if there's a valuable hero for us. In 3 turns, we're gonna see this person fall off, and so hopefully we'll get another one added that'll be a little bit more compelling. And in the meantime, we just buy population. Okay. Slowly but surely coming online. It's not a bad idea to just have a little bank of influence, even above the amount we need for our plan. I think I am gonna keep everybody on influence through the rest of this turn, and then we'll see after we commit the Empire plan what we want to do from there. Rich silt, not of any value to me, but hey, good for everybody else. In the capital, we've completed that, and this is maybe a good time for additional trade route. So at this point, every borough that we build... Oh, no, we should build the borough. We should build the borough. Because this borough gets us an additional curiosity, or an additional anomaly on top of leveling up another borough. Oh, spying is happening to me. Markdra has been governor targeted. Well, that's pretty low impact, as we've seen in the past. Governor targeting is almost never a good idea. It's almost never worth the effort. Just putting your spies in danger for no benefit. Oh, wow, we are 8 dust short. Is that number the same everywhere? Yes, it is. Okay. We don't need this. Slowly but surely, we're building up this other stuff. We'll get there eventually. All right, so we'll just have to buy that governor back when he poisons out. It's not a big deal. I wonder. It feels like you should be able to get your faction quest done quickly enough that you could do this at the turn 60 Empire plan. Oh, the Morgar beat us to level 8. That's a shame. I didn't want that, but I sure didn't want the Morgar to have it. Everybody's throwing warnings at us, which is a real bummer. Certainly has some strongly negative implications. Why does everybody want to fight me? What is the benefit of fighting me? Do I want to keep this active? I guess we may as well. Yeah, let's dispose of this fungal bloom. Is it gonna be like 6 turns? Yeesh. Well, I do think it's worth doing. Eesh. This is interesting because it says 2 other ruins, but what we did was we searched 2 ruins in total, one of them being that ruin again. So that's kind of weird. We have 1 Hyperium and no Mithrite. Wow, we got very resource screwed here. With all this territory, too. I mean, we have Mithrite coming in through this. A single Dust Orchid and a single Hydromiel. And I mean, we can see here, the rest of this continent is actually not much better. There's 1 Dustwater there. There's a Hyperium. Yeah, that's rough. We just started on a landmass that did not have resources. Well, even more important to go out and get some ocean if you can get some ocean. Pretty much always the right thing to do. So next turn we're going to see this cycle. For the moment, just do some of this. And we can probably move people off of influence. So my initial inclination is just to dump everybody back on industry, because we actually have a lot of things to build. As much use as we have for dust, we have a lot of things that need to get built. And a lot of those things are dust increasing anyway, right? Like, we're building out important boroughs, we're adding docks, and... Okay. Yeah, let's do it like that for the moment. Alright, faction quest. Show me something good. Oh, hey, winter. No eclipse that time, huh? Well, I think we have more important things to do than finishing this now. Wow, okay, that's a hefty bunch of notifications. Hooray, 160 dust. Pride would have had me refuse the offer, but pragmatism would not. The people got what they wished. Perhaps in the future they will be less excitable. Well, that was an entertaining disaster. Strangely, the golden future that the Marquis and his followers promised did not suddenly fall from the clouds. His position is weakened, and I will take advantage of that. Officially, it will be a diplomatic and military effort that will offer him the chance to redeem his honor. In fact, I send him to pain, if not death, in order to rid myself of him and wrest the artifact from his grasp. In manipulating his downfall, one could say that I am no better than he is, but I do this for what I believe is necessity. I cannot see a future for my people on the path he has chosen. Perhaps my honor must be sullied so that the honor of my people remains pure. So be it. Vincius has aided me in preparing the ritual to separate the Marquis from his artifact, and perhaps his life. Far from the city, with only a handful of followers, he will be vulnerable and subject to the same forces that he uses to drain others. I find a certain poetic justice in this, though in that sense of contentment at another's distress, I do also feel shame. Perhaps that is how the Marquis started down his path. So launch a campaign to capture a region which will give you an opportunity to get rid of Disaluzzo. The city of Sulet is... okay. That is maybe doable. We're gonna have to, rebuild some troops and stuff. What is this? Have at least 3 luxury boosts active, or rather, launch 3 luxury boosts before the end of the winter. We know is how this actually works. Red would like an alliance. Purple is putting us in Cold War. Red would like an alliance. Well, now that's very interesting. Blood brothers, are we? What is happening here? This is a play for influence points, right? Very curious indeed. We'll have a look at it in a moment. So it is not critically important that we build a dock here because this city is already connected to this sea region through the road to Warhammer and then out. So let's just build extra trade route capacity. Here, this city actually does need to build a dock. This does get us some extra value. Is it possible for me to trade with Red? Yes. If they had a dock... Okay, so that's just exploitation. They might not know how to build docks. But if they had a dock off of this city, then Gayala would allow us to use Silali's docks to run trade to Red. Otherwise, we basically would have to capture Doris in order to get control. Could happen, though. I don't know if I actually am in a hurry to... I guess we have no way of getting Hyperium right now. Hyperium is valuable. That Dust Orchid Extractor would also be nice. What are the deeds that are up right now? There's no universe where we get this, and we don't actually want it anyway. A city with 30 population, that's great. It's not going to be us. And this is going to be the Mycera, almost certainly, right? And be the first to complete 25 quests in order to gain this reward. We are 8th place on that. That is not usually how that goes. Another thing we can do is pick up stockpile tax, since we have a stockpile producing thing. Obviously, that's valuable. I don't know that it's the most critical thing, though. To be perfectly honest with you, Endless Mechanisms may be a very early pickup here. Just let us rerun a search on everything real quickly that could potentially end in us getting a lot of dust very quickly. And then... and this is the refreshed market and still no Broken Lords. Grand Cleric Akuma has Dust Boost 2. Has a level of volcanology already. And we do have a volcanic city. This may actually be the right... Yeah, let's do that. We have 2 volcanic cities. I think what I would probably do is bump Peyton Quinn from Nakaini. We'll grab this for you for right now. And then Peyton can go to work in Silali. Okay. Silali, which is merely content, bringing everybody else down. Do I run this booster just to just to improve my happiness? Probably not. We're getting really close on a lot of these other good boosters. It's just a matter of time. I am shocked. I am shocked by this offer of an alliance. My inclination is to take it. So you're at war with green, you're allied with purple, and you're friends with brown. So we're creating a real power block here. Because currently, although they're both making saber rattling noises at me, currently we're all cool, chill friends. I'm gonna take this. All right, so that's gonna give us a huge amount of extra vision. Oh, that's right. Purple did bust us down to Cold War this turn. Okay, you're peace. No alliance with anybody. So this has given us the rest of the map. You know, their population levels aren't that much greater than mine. And they told me their empire's the best one in the world, so, you know. Things can't be going too badly over here. Brown's territory is really weird. Are they currently at war with... Oh, we don't know, because I don't... Yeah. I can't see that peg. We should probably actually meet the other player. The other players, I guess. I sort of don't care about what's going on with pink. I don't think it matters very much. That's 6 pearls there. I guess that can be our next area of interest. Let's have you turn around. Try to pick up pearls in arguably neutral areas while researching all these ruins. So yeah, I do want to go back to war with the Morgar. I think that a well-positioned army, like if we build up a reasonably strong army and we just push from Morktra through these 2 cities really quickly, the fact that they're so close together but not close enough together for mutual defense probably aids us. And this is their capital. This has got to be one of their most developed cities. Like, we could do a huge amount of economic damage while moving our faction quest forward. We're on step 5 or 6 now? 5. Yeah. We're probably not in a place where a quest victory is likely. Have we still not done this? Construct new burrows on at least 2 more of each type of terrain. Forest, plains, arid, and rocky. Sadly, I do not know which of the 3 we've already got 2 of, so I guess we're just gonna have to... I mean, it doesn't really matter. But we're just gonna have to hope that that finishes on its own. What a weird position for us to suddenly be given an alliance with Red, who seems to be doing all right. Right? Overall score, they're in 3rd. They don't have much of a military. Okay, very concerning. Maybe I need to get on that military stuff a little bit faster than I was talking about before. So they are doing well on diplomatic points. I don't know if... Is 28% on turn 81? Is that going to be viable for an influence victory? They might be going for it. I really don't know. It doesn't really look like anybody is anywhere on these victory types except for that. And, like, everybody's kind of sort of in the direction of a science victory, obviously, except for me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to make of this. It's a really weird position. I think that's going to be it for us for today, though. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, tomorrow, I'm going to endeavor to meet the other 2 players so we can get a slightly more clear picture of the game. But for right now, it kind of seems like everybody's sort of floundering in a weird way. I don't know. It's a position. When you come back next time, we're going to try to find our way out of it. And we'll see you then.